guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a Q&A. I've been getting some questions on YouTube, and then I did like a little poll thing on Instagram. And so mostly the questions that I'm getting on YouTube, those from people that don't know me, because most people on my Instagram know me from like school and stuff, because it's mostly just people I know. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun. It's just something fun to do. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about me and maybe my relationship, or just me answering some questions, then just keep watching. And if you're not, then click out. Okay, so the first question is, do you want more children? And I got this question like at least 5 or 6 times. So I don't know how I feel about it. So I do want a sibling for Sawyer. I don't just want one baby. I've seen myself, I grew up with 2 sisters, so like I don't want him to be the only child, but I just struggled with some stuff. Like my labor wasn't what I expected, and it was just kind of rough and yucky, and obviously not what I expected. Definitely had a birth plan and thought it was all going to go a certain way. Super naive, completely went the wrong way. So that kind of scares me, and I know everyone's like, your second is so much easier, but that's not always the case. So it makes me nervous. And then embarrassing, this is embarrassing, but I struggled with some stuff. Like, okay, so I struggled with a little bit of postpartum depression, which I personally think is extremely common. I think not enough mothers talk about it. I feel like most moms probably do have some little bit of postpartum depression. Again, they just don't speak about it. So that was kind of, you know, like hard to deal with, but I didn't have it too bad. I got through it. It wasn't anything crazy. But mostly I feel like what I struggle with, and this is so like hard to talk about, because I would love to be one of those women who embrace their body after motherhood, and who are empowered and strong and say that they love their new body, and it performed a miracle, and it did this incredible thing. And I do think that, I definitely think that of a woman's body and what it can do, what it can create. But I have definitely struggled with the way that my body has changed. And I know some people are going to watch this and be like, oh, you're complaining, you're still small. I get it, but I've always been used to being a certain, like size. I've always been smaller, and I never really struggled with body issues until becoming a mom. Well, I thought I did, but I didn't. And so it's, the first year after having Sawyer, I didn't even want to look in the mirror. Like, I was super ashamed, and that's not a good feeling. Like, finally, I'm sort of beginning to accept the things that I can't change about myself. And a while, at first I didn't think I was going to lose the baby weight, and so it really got me down. Like, I showed super fast and stuff, so I just, like I said, I love to say that I'm embracing it all, but I'm not. I'm having a hard time, and like I said, for the first year, I hated myself. I was so unconfident. I still was working on it, but I'm finally getting to a place where it's not how it was, and I don't want my kids to see that. I don't want to go through that again. What if it's worse the next time? And I know how selfish that sounds. I know, and saying it out loud makes me feel horrible, but I don't want my kids to see their mom not confident, or their mom hating things about herself, So I want another baby. I'm scared. I don't want to go through all that again. I don't want to start over. So anyways, there's the long answer to that one. Are you ever moving again? So I get this question a lot, even before I asked people to ask questions. So a lot of people are like, you move so much, are you moving again? Why do you move so much? So me and Ryan bought our first house pretty young, and it was, I think we were 22, and It never felt like home. The vibe in it was just weird. So we ended up making the decision. We lived in it for 6 months. We ended up making the decision to just put money, a little bit of, like, we fixed it up and then we sold it, and it was extremely small. I think it was 1,200 square feet, 1,100 square feet. It was really tiny. And so we put money in it. We basically flipped it, and then we were able to buy a new house, a brand new house. So we built it from the ground up. And we planned on being in that house for a while, a long time, at least 10 years we planned on being in there. But I think what had happened was we were so excited to get a brand new house and where we wanted it. It was in the city that we're living now. The first one wasn't. So we were so excited about those things that we overlooked that it wasn't as big as we'd like it to be. So the rooms were really big, but the entertaining space wasn't. And so it was, anytime we had people over, we were just crammed in this one little spot. And so, you know, we just pretty much did some upgrades in it and made money off of that one too. And now we are 27 years old, and we are so blessed to say that we're in our dream house. I don't plan on going anywhere. We plan on being here until retirement. So no more moving. This is it. Over the move. Are you going to do a house tour video? Yes, I would love to do a house tour video because I personally love to watch house tour videos. Like, I love them so much. But my biggest pet peeve is when people do the house tour video and it's empty, because then 6 weeks later, 4 months later, whatever, I see their house like in the back of their videos, and I see their furniture and their decor and all their art pieces, and I'm like, where did you get that? And then they never end up telling you where they got it. So I will do a house tour video. I just didn't want to irritate anybody. Like, that irritates me, so I'm waiting till it's a little more furnished. That way maybe you guys can get ideas on how to decorate or ideas on where to get furniture, and I can link it below because, like I said, Jaclyn Hill, I'm still waiting. Next question is, so the person that asked this question, I like don't expect anything less from her, but she said Rugrats or Hey Arnold, and it's funny that she asked that because like 3 days ago I was looking for something for Sawyer to watch, and I was like, oh yeah, Rugrats, like it's a classic. I put it on and I just felt like it was kind of like dark. Like, I don't know if it was the animation or what it was, but it just kind of was depressing to me. So I'm gonna have to go here. Hey Arnold. Can't speak. So next question is, how did you and your hubby meet? How did you know he was the one? So I cheered in high school, and it was a Thursday night. When you're a freshman, the games are on Thursdays. And so me and my friend, Jenny, she is still one of my best friends, we were walking into the football field, and I was on her back. I literally remember it like it was yesterday. Plus, me and her were just talking about it yesterday because she just chopped off all my hair again. So I was on her back, and I look over to the corner, and there's this kid on a skateboard, and he had like long hair swooping over his eye. He was just so cute. And I was like, hey, I like your skateboard. And that was it. That was the very first time I saw him. Pretty much the first time I met him, because after that he started coming to all my cheer games, and he would sit front and center at the top of the bleachers, and we just started talking after the games and stuff. And so how did I know he was the one? I knew he was the one, I feel like, pretty early on in our relationship, because when I first met him, I was with somebody else, and so me and Ryan were just friends, but we became best friends. And eventually we became a thing, and we started dating, and everything was just on my time, and nothing was ever pressured, and it was just easy. And I think because we built such a good foundation as friends, because we were friends for years before, I think that just made the world a difference. And so yeah, I knew he was the one pretty early in our relationship. I am obsessed with your videos, thank you. And are you planning on any more kids? I already answered that. What is your middle name? My middle name is Brooke. Me and my two sisters all have the same middle name. So if by some miracle of God I have a girl, I'm destined to be a boy mom. But if I have a girl, I want to keep her middle name Brooke too. I think it's special. I've never seen anyone else do that, so I like it. Um, what is your favorite book? Twilight. No discussion about it. I don't want to talk about it. Nobody hate on it. That's it. Twilight for the rest of my life. I noticed you worked at Starbucks for a while. What is your favorite drink? So tricky question. So when I first started working there, the guy who trained me showed me a venti iced caramel macchiato with extra caramel made with breve. The whole drink made with breve. So I gained 6 pounds, but it's delicious. Like, it's so good. It tastes like you're just drinking ice cream. It's amazing, but I don't get that anymore. Basically, the drink, my go-to drink that's just, it gets the job done and it's good. I basically have 2. So say I need it quick. I need like the caffeine quick. I need a really quick pick-me-up. I just do a triple or a quad espresso over ice in an iced tall cup, filled to the top with ice, with 3 scoops of vanilla bean powder and topped off with a little bit of heavy whipping cream. And that is delicious. It gets the job done. I do that a lot for like when I'm going to the gym as a pre-workout. But then like mostly like my everyday Starbucks drink is just iced coffee, and I put different syrups in it with some heavy cream. And then I have, how did you quit breastfeeding and what kind of milk does baby boy get? So I quit breastfeeding when Sawyer was about 16 months, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think 16 months. And I actually quit breastfeeding because my best friend's bachelorette party was in, so I needed, her bachelorette party was set for Vegas, and we were going to be gone for a while. And so I could not, Sawyer wouldn't take a bottle, he would not take a binky, he would not drink the milk, I couldn't pump, he wouldn't drink it out of anything else, so it was exclusively from me, which made it extremely hard. I have like pretty much never left Sawyer's side, even now, I think I've left him twice, not even overnight, but it made it extremely hard. So one time I went somewhere for the day, and I ended up getting so engorged because I was lucky enough with a really good milk supply, but I got so engorged I had to hand express in an airport bathroom, and it was one of the most painful things I've ever done. So the level of engorgement that was happening, it was just not fun. And so I was like, no way I can do this for 4 days or however long it was. So my goal was to wean by then. And so I weaned, and then the sucky thing about it is my dad got diagnosed with cancer the week before I left. And so I feel like I weaned for nothing because I you know, I would have liked to still breastfeed for a little bit longer. But so yeah, and then the milk he drinks now is almond milk. I do not give him cow's milk. It kind of relates to another question, which is, I noticed you went vegan. How is that going? Well, I'm not vegan anymore, that's how it's going. I would love to be vegan. I 100% agree with it. I think it's amazing. I think it's just, I'm such a bad eater, like picky. The level of picky that I am, most people don't get. Like, I don't like my food touching, I don't like things in things, like, I don't like fruit in yogurt or fruit in granola bars, or like things in things, you know, like, I don't know, I'm just really picky. I barely eat veggies. I like 2 vegetables. Like, it was hard for me because I was meal prepping and I was trying my hardest, but basically I was eating mostly fruit, and I just wasn't doing it right. And I felt empty all the time. I felt unsatisfied, and I know that that's not how it's supposed to work, but that's how it was for me. And then what really made me fail is, again, my dad was in the hospital, so at this point we were living out of the hospital pretty much, and yeah, there's no, I mean, he was not in a good situation, you know, so we were living on fast food, so that's when I really failed. But I would love to be vegan. I do want to try again. I just don't see how I'm going to succeed at it, but I did take some things from it. Like, I will never drink cow's milk again. Like, it really creeps me out. But then again, I'll put like cream in my coffee, so I don't know, I suck. But I used to be a huge milk drinker. That's like the main, like, I love, like, just a big glass of ice cold milk, like, yes, but now, no. Pus, really? Are you working as a hairstylist? No, I'm not. I've been a stay-at-home mommy since I had Soy, and there's like huge pros and cons to it. Talk to any working mother and she would love to be a stay-at-home mom. So I know that I'm blessed to be a stay-at-home mom. I know, again, when I talk about this subject, I feel like a brat because, like I said, I know a lot of people, you know, would love to financially be able to be a stay-at-home mom, and I have that luxury. But also, it completely put me on hold. It put my career on hold. It put alone time on hold. So I'm just cooped up all day, and being a full-time. See, this is where I feel so mixed about it, because I don't have to hear that my baby took first steps from the babysitter. I don't have to hear that he said a word from the babysitter. I get to experience all this hands-on and upfront, and I love that. And I'm never gonna get this time back. So I see that. But it's just, sorry guys. But it's just, it gets lonely sometimes. Like, I'm not able to go and interact with people and, you know, be out working in the world and stuff. And so it kind of sucks. So I don't have the luxury of having my parents or Ryan's parents retired yet, so we don't have childcare. And if you've looked into childcare, or if you pay for childcare, it's like crazy expensive. And Ryan is very old-fashioned. He doesn't even want me working in the first place. So it's just a big thing, but hopefully when my mom retires in about 3 years, I will be able to be back in the workforce. So that's that. And then last question is pumpkin spice season or too early? So I'm not the hugest fan of pumpkin spice as to, like, if we're talking about flavoring. Every once in a while, I'll get pumpkin spice, like 1 pump in my iced coffee, but I'm not really a big fan of the flavoring. Now, if we're talking about smells and candles and stuff, like that right there, yes, 100%, it is not too early. My pumpkin candles were out a month ago, like fall decor, all of it, pumpkins, bring it all in, give me it. But the flavoring, but absolutely not, it's not too early. And then the last question is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how was your childhood? My childhood was amazing. It was a 10. My parents did everything they could and beyond for us. And my dad was the kind of dad who wanted us girls to believe in miracles and magic and fairy dust, and that's exactly how it was. That's exactly what we believed in. And so my childhood was definitely a 10, no doubt about it. And that's it, you guys. I know this video is not too many questions or anything, but I just thought it would be fun, and I was getting questions, so why not? So if you guys liked getting to know me a little better, I guess know me a little better, or just hang out, or just see how I answer these questions, then please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see what's going on next time with me and Sawyer, then please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.